am pretty sure that this is a blend of JJ with Bre in the front and maybe Harper right beneath, right under, because she was really wanting to stay and go play pool and darts at the bar that we've been going to, but I could feel that she was not as much wanting to go for that as for the guy that we've had a crush on. And I told her, I said, we're not ready. We're not ready because that's the reason why you're going. And we need to be steadfast and not interested in him because he's not interested in us in that way. You know what I mean? Because we moved too fast and Harper flashed him. And now he does not think we're a nice girl. Even though we are, sort of. I mean, I'm a bit dangerous, I could get into some trouble, I think. A little bit of a rebel. Anyway, yeah, I'm definitely Harper's Coke on. And in fact, I think we might be blended a little bit because I've got a lot of her juvenile thoughts running through my head. If they're not mine, I mean, we're all the same person, so, But felt really, really good today. Got a lot done at home. Went through all my old taxes and have a lot to recycle, actually to burn. We're gonna burn them at my dad's, and I was gonna do my taxes, but I got my dad's business taxes done, and that was the important thing because I am late on those. This March has just been so hard. Like, I don't know. I guess last March was hard too, or else I wouldn't have put the note in my phone that spring is hard, hold on. So I've added a little bit more details on why spring is hard for next year. And but I think we're over the hump. And I definitely feel better. And I have lost 6 pounds. So that's great. So that's really good. I mean, I'm still a big girl. I still weigh 215. But, I feel a lot better. Spring though is hard because I'm still aching really, really bad. And I've done a lot of yoga over the last 4 days. And I am starting to feel better. So that's a good thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I think there's a cop behind me. So I better be careful because there's a 35-mile-an-hour zone coming up. I got pulled over the other night, and coming back from Henry Cho, because we went and saw Henry Cho in Lexington, and coming back from watching Henry Cho, I was zooming on through one of the towns that we come through, and was doing 20 miles over, but my brother-in-law said he was looking for drunk drivers and he could tell that we were not drunk, so that's a good thing, and he did not give me a ticket, so yay. But I'm not for sure if this is a cop or not, but I'm gonna slow down. And so I think what I'm gonna do now is go back into December and start posting those with commentary in the comments, just because I do want to go back through and see what we were thinking back in December, and try to analyze that a little bit and heal. I do think that we are going to do another Aya retreat in order to try to figure out the root cause of the obsessive compulsiveness that we've had going on, not only with this guy, but also just in general with the state of the world, the way that it is, and the way that things have been going, because I really think that the OCD is the biggest issue that we're having now. We get fixated on certain things, like the state of the world or this guy, and then that's all that we focus on and all that we think about. And I do think it stems from Jude. I don't think that it's necessarily Jude herself. I think that it's something deep down. We've been getting spiritual counseling also from the guy who does the Aya retreats, and he does not know too much about dissociative disorders, but he definitely subscribes to the internal family system theory. And he talks about, that there's different parts of ourselves within, and we need to figure out why those parts feel the way that they do. All people, he believes, have these irrational parts inside that are not full-fledged personalities the way that I have, where we're compartmentalized and we switch and have full identity states on occasion. But with most people, they just have these irrational sides of themselves that tend to come out when they're dealing with certain situations and certain people. And everybody does, nobody's perfect. We all struggle and we all dissociate, or else you wouldn't drive an hour down the interstate and not even remember driving that hour. You've got some default automatic driver within you that is zooming on down the road, and there you are, not focusing on that because you're thinking about other things. So anyway, he says we've just got to heal these different parts of ourselves. I asked him if he thought that it was too soon for me to come back, and he said, well, everybody's different. And then this guy that I did the last Aya retreat with, he's done them a number of times, and he said his first and second time there were 2 months in between. What's this dude doing? I don't know. So I'm thinking that'll be about right for me. That will be right before I go to Disney World with the grandbabies and my older son and daughter-in-law. So that'll get me started off on the right foot there, and hopefully have a very good experience in Disney World with the babies. Really excited. And also my older son and I are driving from Kentucky to Florida, and my daughter-in-law and the babies and her parents are flying, and so it's gonna give me a chance to spend a lot of really good time with my son. Oh, Jesse's here too, because she got a little emotional at that. So I guess we're all pretty blended together today, and we've gotten a lot done. I was supposed to go and keep the babies today, but my oldest grandson had a fever, and my daughter-in-law decided to stay home with them. So I was already up and ready to go. So I just ended up getting a lot of work done at home, and now I'm heading to my father's, and I'm gonna get a lot of work done there over the next few days. because we're selling his business and some of his land. And it's a big undertaking because it's really not been cleaned out. Paperwork and everything else since he started the business in 1980. So that's a long time ago, 46 years of paperwork. I've already started going through it a little bit, but I'm gonna go through it some more even. And I guess that's about it. So gonna post this one, and then I'm gonna go backwards into December and do some analysis on that. And I know that I've not been doing this in order, but I've got the dates within the descriptions, and so years from now I can look back on it and figure out my healing process. And I don't know, I just feel really positive today. Yesterday morning, not so positive. Really depressed and unbalanced and in Jude mode. Just after the rally, because I don't think we fit in anywhere, because we've got conservative views and then we've got liberal views, and I think we're definitely independent, and we need to switch our designation and probably stop posting all, I don't know. I mean, I still think that everybody has the right to be who they want to be, and I think that all of these bathroom bills are about the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, because some of these people have fully transitioned and they look, they are, and they look like the sex that they are now instead of their birth sex. So do you really want some bearded man being forced to go into a woman's restroom? No. And these people are not perverts, but there are perverts in every population, and they're gonna go in and try to do their perverted stuff no matter the laws that you have. But these laws are about ridiculous. So I don't know. But I do think with some people it is with some people it is a mental illness, and then with other people they are born that way. But it's not the government's right to tell them that whether it is or not. And even if it was a mental illness in anybody, it's not the government's right to tell you how to be. Don't tread on me. This is how I am and how I should be allowed to be. And that goes for not only transgender, not only the gay people, but it also goes for people with dissociative disorders. I don't want somebody taking my independence away because they say that I'm crazy. Yeah, so is everybody. Everybody's crazy. It's just how you deal with shit. And I've had a lot of shit, and I've got to deal with it a certain way, which I'm dealing with it the best way that I can. And it's not anybody's right to take away my autonomy, and tell me how I can be. So, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on it. Okay, I guess that's it. Have a great day. Bye.